Welcome to the In My Opinion Show with Ronald Barrington Robinson and friends, seen on the internet 24 hours a day. Ladies and gentlemen, would like to introduce two wonderful, intelligent folks. Miss Jackie Williams.
Hello, everyone.
And Mr. Henry Hatter.
Hi, Ron. I noticed you can tell that I've been out in the sun lately.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. What about you, Jackie?
I'm hiding.
You hiding? Let's talk about this, people, which is very disturbing to, I'm sure, to me and hundreds of millions of other folks, not only in the United States but around the world. Why are so many Republicans trying to stop the Robert Mueller investigation? Now they want to bring impeachment proceedings against U.S. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein. Why? Is there a hidden agenda somewhere? Jackie, what do you think?
Well, I think what has happened is they keep likening this situation to Watergate because they said that unlike the situation with Bill Clinton, this is not along the same line, so it's more in line with Watergate. And so it's just so many different things are happening. And so I think this is just the Republicans' way of protecting the president because they're stating that it's a witch hunt is what they're saying, but a witch hunt normally doesn't turn over 25 Russians. You know what I mean? Normally it doesn't have any people that they can find guilty, but they found 25 that were guilty. So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to break up this Russia situation so that he can have some victories, because right now it's like it's been a cloud hanging over his head since January, I believe. How long has it been?
Since his inauguration.
Yeah.
You know?
It's been
about a year and a half.
Yeah. So I think that's the whole point, is that they want to stress more of the victories versus the negativity.
You know, one thing I haven't been able to understand is that whether you're Republicans or Democrats, regardless of who's in the White House, why do they think that they have to stick to that particular party? Especially, I know a lot of the Republicans are just dissatisfied with Trump, as well as Democrats. But these people were voted by their constituents back home. Okay, these are the people that they should be loyal to, or not the president. Mm-hmm. He's just the head of the party. Okay, he probably didn't know 80% of those folks before he was elected president. So I don't understand, whether you're Republican or Democrat, why do people feel that they owe their allegiance to the party? It's beyond my comprehension. Henry, maybe you can explain it to our millions of viewers worldwide why.
Well, I can't explain to the satisfaction that you might enjoy, but I can tell you that the Republicans are different. Republicans break up quickly. They take issue with each other. But Democrats kind of have the solidarity. And you can see in the news every night or electronic media that Republicans are always criticizing Trump for something or another. There are things that they don't like about the president. There are things, not necessarily president. And anything that appears to in any way defame the Republican Party, there are Republicans willing to step up and say, hey, this is wrong and we don't like it. And but still, you're our president. You were elected by the plurality of people in this country through a duly elected process, and we have to support you. You have to be loyal to the president.
But do you have to sell your soul?
No, but the thing is, you're serving the American people.
Are you really?
Yes, you are.
You should be,
Yeah.
but you're not.
But there's the American people that elect them. I didn't elect
No,
Trump,
but I'm saying, but they're not serving
and we
them. You
have
know
a
why you
lawyer.
know that? Because when you go to a restaurant, you can't even eat your dinner because people are so outraged because you have no accountability. So you're down in Washington, you guys are just closing your eye. They said this Congress have never had another Congress that turned such a blind eye to all the stuff going on. You have people come in and you interview them. You allow people to be processed and put in positions that they're not qualified for. You're not asking enough questions, and then they tear up different stuff.
No,
So,
who said what appointee was not qualified?
EPA director,
Based on what?
Secretary of Education.
Because you don't like
No,
them?
because you
Based on
sued
what?
the agency 19 times because you didn't think it was a purpose for the agency. So how can somebody who sued an agency 19 times be qualified to run it?
He can
Because
change his mind.
he did
Conditions
change it. What he did is he
People
changed.
change.
He changed
Processes
our money.
change.
He used our money to change our mind.
Well,
so he
see-
got in there and he used up a whole bunch of money, did a whole bunch of crooked stuff.
That was
really
his
fast.
job. He followed the job
be
description. No, we don't say he's crooked just because he doesn't agree with you. He's following a job description. It's up to the system to decide whether he is
He has
mismanaging
10
money.
10
Not up for individuals like
10
me.
investigations running. It was getting so bad. That's why they had to stop the bleeding. 10.
Yeah.
10.
And who said that? Was his critics those were Democrats?
No, it was it was something
And
within
that's
the
what Democrats are
EPA.
supposed to do. They're just supposed to make sure that Republicans hold the line to good public policy. That's their job. They have to criticize them.
But if his character was like it's supposed to have been as an elected official, all right, his character, he there's a big flaw. All right, that's why he's no longer in government. He shouldn't have a job anywhere. I wouldn't hire him on Balboa Island, walking behind them horses. You know what I mean? You know what I mean by that.
Yeah, but now you're
still,
off track. Now
well, I'm gonna get back on
focused
track.
on Trump,
Okay.
not on this guy.
Now,
This guy's secretary.
He was.
Yeah.
Okay. It's ridiculous. I don't understand it. Where was the loyalty to the American? Like Jackie was saying, where was the loyalty to the American people, the taxpayers? All right.
Well, he thought he was, and he was taken out through a course of action, legal action, by those who supervised him, or who tendered his actions while he was there. And he's no longer in the picture. That's part of the process. There's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, I understand that's part of the process, but a lot of this could have been eliminated or avoided. But back to Trump. Let's talk about
let's
Trump.
go back to Trump.
Trump is one. He's breaking the history books because I tell people all the time, make sure you're keeping clippings and stuff because they're going to take a lot of that information out of the history books and you're not going to be able to find out all of these different things that he's doing. So clip it yourself so you can have record for your family.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's stuff that's breaking records. They've never seen anyone do anything anywhere of the source of what he's doing. But back to him and Mueller. Mueller is just investigating some things that are just not lining up. And guess what he is? He's a Republican. He was appointed by the Republicans. So
Yes.
he is actually a Republican. So he's not a Democrat. He's not in there trying to tear up the parties. He's in there trying to get justice.
Okay.
And justice should be blind. Am I right?
Yes.
So why are we not letting justice do its part? It is blind. So if you did it, I mean, and we should hold people accountable to these positions a much higher. He is telling a lie every day. Every day he lies over and over again.
That depends on how you look at it.
Over 4,000 times.
Yeah, but everything is not a lie. It's a
established
perspective.
news.
And people use perspectives
You
to
are not,
support
but you
their,
are not. This is a difference. You know, they kept saying that he would be good because he was a businessman.
Yes.
Okay, well, it's not panning out. Trump, they're saying that
And
because
you
he was
can
such a
make-
good businessman. But the whole thing is this: if I'm standing up, I'm not standing up for Jackie. No longer. When I run for office, I'm no longer representing Jackie. I'm representing the United States.
That's an ideal thing to do.
But
But
when he stands up in front of Russia and Putin, you're supposed to defend the United States.
Yeah.
And you sat there and you were worse than a dog with his tail. You know, you did nothing to support us. So this is why Mueller's investigation is important, because he feels as though there were some compromises there. This is really serious and it's dangerous, because if it's true, we are in trouble, because they already have meddled in midterms. They already have proof.
Well, I think that you're listening to too much bad media.
What did Trump
Because I heard that.
What did Trump actually do in Russia? Did he murder somebody? Did he rape somebody? Okay. Did he get a
Well, this is all speculation, guys. Now, don't go there. Let's stay
I'm
with
going there.
with the facts and what we know.
Well, we don't know anything because
Right.
so
and maybe
because
if you
so
don't
many
know,
lies.
you can't comment on it.
Yes, I can.
But
Yes,
why
I
this is
can't
the United
we? Do you know why
States.
we
Yes,
don't
I
know?
can.
It's because he is starting a dictatorship in the United States.
That's right.
Oh.
We don't have the access
You
we
can't
normally
have a dictator in the United States.
Well, he's certainly
That's
trying.
not
You
right
haven't
after.
seen him. His name is Donald Trump.
Well,
he doesn't
that's not
allow.
possible.
He doesn't allow anybody to record his meetings.
Yeah.
Never in the
And he
history.
can do that. He can do that.
Never. If I don't have anything to hide, why don't I want anybody to record?
But he
it?
can do that. That's his choice. He's the president of the United States.
That's the problem.
He is the
That's the
servant for
problem.
the American people.
He's
No,
not
he's
the
not my
servant.
servant.
He's not the
One or
Absolutely
two
not.
people won't change that.
But he's not their servant.
Or any group of people will change that.
He's a
because
servant
that
for
belongs
himself.
Yeah.
To the American people. That's how you can characterize somebody if you don't agree with them.
No,
Okay.
he's not a
But
servant.
President Trump
Well,
is an unusual kind of leader.
He's not
We
a
haven't-
leader.
we
He's not a
haven't
leader.
had
He's a
Unusual.
destroyer.
I like the way you said
We
unusual.
we haven't had a president as strong as this president since
Oh my
Jackson.
He's
He's
weak.
not a strong
No,
president.
I'm telling you what other people. Well, the people out there who were looking at this presentation today, they would probably agree with me.
Trump's a coward.
And
now, because when you look at the stats, what they're not telling you is they're telling you that he has an approval rating of like 65%, but they're telling you that's the Republicans. It's only 23% of Americans that are Republicans, so that's a very small number. But when Trump tries to win, because that's his, his whole
but
thing. He
what
has
does
to
that
be
tell you about? Now look,
That
look what
tells you that
just
that's
said.
not important.
Look what you just said.
You have
Well, there are only
23%
23
versus the rest that's not
Okay.
interested.
You said, well, there are only 23% Republican. Guess what?
What?
A lot of other people with different kind of persuasion, different kind of politics, like Trump.
Well, I
Stop and
also
think about it. It's not all the
I am.
Republicans. It's the other people. And you cannot run government without a combination of other people.
I understand that. So who is in love with him? Farmers? No.
No, but they're
Who's
only
in love with him?
they're only-
Coal miners? No. Who's in love with him? Because these are all the people that he betrayed. Farmers, coal miners.
He hasn't betrayed those.
Where are
He
their
has a
job at? Where are
different-
their jobs?
He has a different strategy for the farms. All
Yeah.
the,
Yeah,
all
the
the
bar-
Vote for me,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
I'll work on a program for 4 years.
Do
That's
we,
it.
do we
he has a
have
different strategy for the farmers to borrow $12 billion from the Chinese.
Right.
Come on now.
Now, to this round table, is there structure in order to it? Or do you guys just everybody talks and the public gets no sense of what we're talking about because we're just screaming at each other?
We're not
But
screaming.
let me just get this point out. I said, like you said, only 23% Republicans, but this guy wins by a humongous amount of other people.
No, he won
And
by
Trump
a
has a
lot.
right to make decisions for the United States that where we've had bad decisions that swept away jobs out of the country. We've allowed other countries to creep in and steal our intelligence and completely cut to pieces the American way of life.
Do you
And we've
really
allowed that. And I'll tell you how we've done that. We've done that by being intimidated by Russia, by being intimidated by China, by being intimidated by other members of the United Nations who have helped to siphon jobs off. And we stand and watch them go, and we blame the white man, we blame everybody else but ourselves.
Now who's
hang
tough
on,
on
hang
them?
on, hang on now. We blame we blame the businessman, we blame Republicans, and yet we sit by and do nothing. Those jobs have been leaving here for 50 years and nobody said anything. We don't have enough money to fund education in this country, yet we have the problem with the immigration that are bringing new people in all the time, and we can't afford to keep our own kids, find jobs for our own kids, or to educate them. There's a lot wrong with this country, and Trump has to put it back together.
Well, if he would stop borrowing the money from education and putting it into something else, that damn wall that I hope that they don't build, then maybe our children would have a future.
I don't know whether you can start an argument from that point. These were problems that we inherited, and they are difficult to get rid of.
Well, no, one problem we didn't inherit. We didn't ask for this big tax break that took from Americans and gave to the top, 3%?
Oh, that's 1%. What they've been saying for years.
Because this tax break did nothing for America. Because what he didn't realize is that there was nothing to help pay for stuff. So now the funds are drying up.
The 3% probably pays for 85% of what goes on in government.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
that's.
No.
I don't have the data with me, but that's an argument that has not
this
been
is the whole
proven.
thing. And then the other thing is this: if you want to talk about that, do you actually believe him being in office less than a year made jobs and stuff do what it's doing? This is the continuation of Barack Obama.
No.
Yes, it
You
is.
can never give him credit because no man can get in there and do tariffs and all this crazy stuff that he's doing and think that you're building. You're not building. You did nothing to
It's
build.
the confidence. You're right. Part of it belongs to Obama.
Right.
But not all of it.
Not all of it, and I understand
Hang
that.
on, now let's keep that straight.
Okay.
It's the kind of interest and enthusiasm that President Trump has created in the marketplace. People believe him, and they believe that the changes that he wants to make are important.
Businessmen believe him. Regular
Well,
Americans.
who else would create jobs?
Okay, but wait. This
Can
is
we
what
create
he's.
jobs? Hold it. Explain to me.
Right.
Who else in this country would create jobs?
No, that's fine. But
Can
guess
the
what
government create jobs?
Yes.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can. You
Okay,
can fix
explain.
some stuff that's not right.
Ron,
you can fix some stuff. You can fix some roads.
I want.
I can't help you, Henry.
Hang on. Prove this to me, folks. I hope you're listening to Jackie. She said government can create jobs.
You can.
And government can create no jobs.
Yes, it can.
It can only expend money.
To do what? Create jobs, because this is what he ran on. This is your candidate. So let me tell you what your candidate said.
Well, you answered the job situation.
No, and I'm getting ready to tell you about the jobs.
I
When
was
your
saying-
president said that he would take funding and he would fix the bridges and the roads, that's creating jobs with the federal funds. Henry.
No, that's
But
not
this is
creating
not.
jobs.
But this is how you're not creating jobs. And
Companies create jobs.
You said
provide
that he's
incentives.
creating all these jobs. What he did in his tax break, they thought, again, this is nothing but a Republican theory, that the trickle down effect would help us again. It's not helping us because the money is not trickling down. Wages are not increasing. Matter of fact, people are suing so that they can't even get a raise because you want to give millions and trillions of dollars of
Not
bonuses.
really. They're two different things. You can't relate those two.
You can't relate those
No,
two.
you can't relate
The tax
those two.
break, he said, would
And
create.
besides, the president has not said that he was creating jobs with tax dollars.
He may not have said it, but
He
he's
can't
doing
say
it.
that because he doesn't know how to say anything but bigger. But what I'm saying is, he said that he would use the funds. He would stop all this extra stuff, and I'm going to put these people to work. He even told coal miners that they were going to go to work. We're doing a different thing. You're never going to go back to the coal miners
But
having
only
jobs.
businesses create jobs.
I understand it, but you have to have
Commerce.
funds.
Yeah.
You have to have funds.
And what the government does is create incentives for business to do what they need to do.
So what I'm saying is he's not doing that, because the first thing he did is gave a tax break to all of the rich people. Now they're going back and cutting things that basic people need because you don't think it's a need. So now they're cutting food stamps and they're cutting
Whatever
education.
it takes to bring the country back, we must do.
Get rid of Trump. That'll
That's
bring
right.
the country back.
And
You guys cry,
everybody-
Republicans crying about the deficit. Our deficit is what, 17.3 trillion?
The deficit is more than that. It's about 21 trillion.
So you guys, when Barack was up there, you were crying about if he did half the stuff that Trump did, you guys would have.
Trump has done nothing yet.
He's committed treason.
He's not.
That's what he's done.
He's not done
to
anything.
the American people.
That
he should go.
Gave the Americans. That caused the Americans expenditures out of the Treasury.
Okay,
what has he done? Name one thing. Name one thing that he's done. Taking the money out of the treasury. What did he do?
He has destroyed America's outlook around the world. That's what
how many times he talked about Barack Obama and he went golfing 20 times, and this man go almost every weekend. And you know how much it costs? It costs almost $250,000 every time he moves Air Force One.
But you're talking about a 21 billion.
Where do you think it's coming from? When we had to pay for his wife, they wouldn't go to the White House.
Oh, well.
We had to pay for security.
I thought we were talking about real issues.
That is a real issue.
No.
Those are American tax dollars.
Those are tax dollars that you're cutting out of poor people's mouths.
Not poor people. Well, there ain't no poor people in this country.
You are a Republican.
Yeah, there's no poor people.
You close your eyes to it.
We have the money to take care of our people, and we do a good job in taking care of our people.
That's not true.
Yeah.
We're the only country that doesn't provide health care for everyone. We're the only country.
We've never done that for everyone.
We should.
We should.
Well,
but it's other countries that are doing it. It's other countries that are doing it.
There's a time coming that can happen. But right now, we're not prepared to do that.
No, not when we're prepared to be selfish.
No, well, who's going to remove the selfishness from us?
We will when we go and vote November. What is the date? When we go vote, we're going to show you.
You just create another selfish package.
No, we're not.
No.
Because everybody doesn't have selfish intent.
Oh, yes, they do.
Every time them damn Republicans get in office, all right, there's either a war going on.
Well, somebody has to make the war.
And our young people are being sent to foreign lands, all right, and killed. Okay,
somebody has to defend the country.
Well, when your boy Bush was there, those were all lies that he told. Okay.
Now we have the women join the military and they defend the war because the boys don't want to go.
No, his boys don't want to go.
No, I'm talking about boys by gender.
His boys don't want to go.
They could have a foot spurt like your president.
You know?
Yeah. Stop and think about it.
They all are draft dodgers. Even the president, all right? 5 times.
Foot spurt.
5 times. All right?
But guys, we want to stay on the economic.
And did you see when he was doing that thing and that shoe came after him? All right? He acted like a real punk. You know what I mean?
Hey guys, I would rather stay on the economic.
Okay.
No, well, we can go back to Mueller. Did you know this? This is good information. See why, Mueller is there because he believed that we were compromised in the election, and there's still some compromises going on. Did you not know the soccer ball that Putin threw had a microchip in it? Did you know that?
No.
It did.
I wasn't there. I didn't see it.
You have, like everybody keeps saying, Putin is not America's friend, and you have to quit thinking and
I don't think that anybody is America's friend.
We don't have any friends anymore, thanks to your president. We don't have no friends.
We don't need them.
Yes, we do.
The ones that we already know. We don't need any friends.
We have to be friendly first.
Yeah.
You can't go to a summit and say mean stuff to people and think they're on your team.
Well,
that's true.
And who was that? The only you guys talk about
Miss Markle. You okay? When he even look at the disrespect that he gave Queen Elizabeth when he was over there. All right.
But that's Trump. They understand Trump.
No, that's not an excuse because your kids
that's not proper protocol.
Could your kids do that? You know how you are about stuff. I can't picture that you are okay.
No,
and you know how you respect the queen, and I know this is something personal.
You're right.
There is no way that she would have had to wait on you and look at her watch at 82 years old and figure out, is she 92? 92. And look at her watch, and you didn't even have a reason for being late. And she's playing dodge behind you, trying to get around you because you refuse to be briefed on what is important, because you're not representing yourself, Donald Trump. You are representing the United States, and you need to get it together because we're looking bad.
Well, I'll have to agree with one thing about Mrs. Markle. This is the president of Germany.
Even the
Do you
president
remember?
of France.
Now,
Disrespect.
do you remember when Americans spied on Germany?
No.
You don't remember?
Mm-mm.
You choose not to?
I just don't know.
But the Russians have been spying on the United States for years. And everybody knew it. And I don't know why you guys don't know that. And the United States spied on everybody else. It's a protocol that we go through. That's nothing new. This is the way we do business in the
Spying is
world.
different than meddling. That's different. When you're taking, their purpose was to.
Now, is this a definition that you just coined?
Yeah.
That spying and meddling
This
are
is
different?
because this is what your president does, and
But-
it gives me open.
but
I'm getting
guess
ready
what?
to do it. I'm getting ready to say make up a word too.
Israel knew about the shenanigans that Clinton had with Monica Lewinsky and threatened to expose it.
But your president knew that Russia was meddling in the election prior to
And
him
so did
even,
Mrs.
and he did nothing.
Mrs. Clinton knew it too.
And she said it. It's a video right now
Yeah.
of her saying, "Be
So-
careful." So she said something. Your president
So
did not.
what's this argument about?
He's a
Mueller
traitor.
needs
That's
to be
what the
in
argument's
place
about.
because there are some things going on that needs to be exposed. If it was nothing going on, he wouldn't have 25 Russians that are ready to be indicted. He wouldn't have that. He wouldn't have what's his name, Manafort. He wouldn't have him.
I don't think any of those Russians will
And
ever
his
go to
son?
trial. I don't think.
Well,
that
no,
any
if
of
they
them.
keep their butts over there in
I
And
don't-
we
Russia.
just found a
and-
spy in our
and-
country again. What's her name?
I don't know, but you can't keep them out.
What I'm saying now we can because you can keep immigrants out, but you can't keep Russians out. What really?
I don't know about that. How you make that distinction?
I think so.
But I don't think
They're
that
popping up
anybody.
everywhere.
Well, like
They even served on his campaign.
everybody else in the world just pops up and come into the United States anytime they want to.
Oh no, they
and
don't.
you guys.
That's what Republicans want you to believe. No, they don't.
No, they come in.
don't. No, they
By the way, I got. Can I just read you something here? Yeah, I pulled this out.
Trump manifesto.
fake news.
Fake news.
Let me begin with you by quoting an article from the Detroit News in 2005 written by Brad Heath. He stated, and I quote, "The pace of immigration to Michigan and the rest of the nation slowed since 2001 as potential immigrants were confronted by tougher security restrictions, longer delays, and a sagging national economy, according to government documentation." The article goes on to say, again, I quote, "While the slowdown touched every corner of the country, it possesses particular obstacles for Michigan, which increasingly relies on immigration to maintain its already anemic population growth." You know what anemic population growth is, right? Means we need immigrants, right? "And the federal spending and political muscle that comes with it, and to replace well-educated workers who have been leaving the state in droves," quoted Mr. Brad Heath of the Detroit News. Now, I read that to point out that the Michigan had over 70,000 illegal immigrants in between 2000 and 2010. 70,000.
With that,
Already in our country here.
with that, we're gonna review this and return to that subject at a later date. But at this time, I want to thank our viewing audience, and I want to thank. It's been a very interesting conversation. But this is Ronald Barrington Robinson saying for the In My Opinion show. Please stay focused.